Es como el que te pasé, ¿eh?
Nice. Yeah, it works pretty well.
Yeah.
But I have a lav mic too, but for situations like this where, you know, sometimes I'll have the lav on me so I can, you know, hear, but then I'll just... What's that one?
That's a tripod.
For GoPro?
No, for his phone.
Oh. That's cool. He needs a microphone. There you go. And then you've got all of that.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. And you built that for him?
I gave him the whole setup and he put his top part right.
Oh, so now what does he do with that?
I don't know. Dice
What do you
que
do
qué
with
haces con
that?
eso. Si ya tienes eso, dice.
Se utiliza en las conferencias de prensa cuando
Oh, is for the conferences.
Ah, so you set it up?
So it just does that.
Yeah. So cool. Yep. That's way nicer than this. Yeah.
Que eso está muy bien, dice.
Yeah, that's sweet. Crap. Caca.
Ella es feliz con eso. I'm saying that you're happy with that.
Oh,
That's it,
because
yeah.
he's like, yeah, I want to do that one. Like, is he offering for me to use that right now?
Oh, no.
That's really pretty. This is neat.
Saludos a todos.
Do you
How's
go live?
everybody doing?
Do you go live stream?
The live feed is going to be in Spanish and in English. Señores, el live feed va a ser en español y en inglés. God bless everybody that is watching. Thank you so much for joining in. We are live, people, from Tapachula. Let me flip the camera right here. ¿Qué pasó? Dígame qué pasó.
He speaks English, so he was just telling me if I can do that. He speaks English.
le digo yo, como americana, si cualquier cosa, que me diga cualquier cosa, que yo le traigo.
No, viene conmigo, mi compadre. Bueno, muchas gracias. Gracias. Ah, está pinche.
¿Qué onda? ¿Qué bueno?
Bien.
Cualquier cosa.
¿Cómo andas?
Un grupo de acá y
Antes de que te vayas, déjame ver si te doy acá, perro. Acá andas con
Perfecto.
todo, ¿o qué?
¿qué dice la banda?
Ah, no, nomás dice que habla inglés. ¿No?
Sí, el chavo es buena onda.
¿Sí?
Es de
Ah, bueno.
confianza. ¿No?
Bueno,
Como
no.
les ve diferente. No los había visto a ustedes, pero hay que estarlos visitando.
Thank you so much for joining in. Señores, ¿qué tal? Muy buenas tardes. The coverage is going to be in Spanish and in English. La cobertura va a ser en español y en inglés. We are live right here, and I will flip the camera because I want you guys to talk to also to Juan. Juan, ¿puedes darme unas palabritas?
Sí.
Voy a voltear la cámara para que platiquen un poquito con Juan. Juan is a journalist over here in our city of Tapachula. Señores, este es Juan en la ciudad de Tapachula. How's everybody doing? This is Juan right here. Juan.
¿Qué tal, Oscar? Bueno.
Una caravana que se aproxima y se dice de un número muy alto. Se habla entre 4,000 y 5,000 personas. Déjame te busco. They're saying about a caravan that is speculated the number between 4,000 to 5,000 people. For everybody that is watching, we are right now at a plaza where this plaza is going to be the plaza where they are going to move out. This is the point of reunion. Para todos los que nos están viendo, estamos en la plaza donde va a ser el punto de reunión para que los de aquellos de la caravana van a salir. Juan.
Sí, decirte buenas noches a tu auditorio, Oscar. Sí, desde Tapachula esta caravana se ha planeado ya desde los organismos no gubernamentales. Tú los bien conoces, Luis Rey García Villagrán, Irineo Mujica, pero ellos han preparado precisamente esta caravana. Hoy la delegada de Protección Civil de Tapachula nos dice que son 5,000 personas que ellos tienen estimado que van a salir de Tapachula. Hemos visto muy poca población aquí de este municipio, apenas empiezan a llegar. Ya hemos visto muchas familias haitianas, centroamericanos sobre todo, que están llegando y que ya están con sus maletas desde hoy.
Pregunta. Dicen que viene gente de Guatemala.
Mira,
cierto?
mira, nos han dicho que vienen gente de Guatemala, pero no en masa, son pocos. Están pasando en una migración como lo han hecho todo el tiempo, en migración hormiga. Se hablaba de 1000, 2000 que están por llegar, pero ya estuvieran acá, si es que pasaron en el transcurso del día o de la noche. También se hablaba que venía gente de Honduras, entre 10,000 y 20,000, pero yo lo veo, es muy difícil que pasen ese tipo de población. Pero sí están viniendo, vinieron de Nicaragua, vinieron de Perú, nos pudimos observar nosotros aquí en el Parque del Centenario ayer, pero sí están viniendo. Yo creo que la gente va a salir en la madrugada, si es que salen unos 1000 o 2000 al ritmo que vamos.
Okay, so practically what he's saying, everybody understood in Spanish. Gracias, Juan. Gracias, muchas gracias. Practically what he's saying is that there is a caravan around 5,000 people. That is the strong number that they're using. And ultimately, this strong number of 5,000 people, okay, there we go. The volume is up. This strong number of 5,000 people that they are right now speculating that they're going to move, it is a reality. It is 5,000 people tomorrow. Tomorrow, 5,000 people that they're going to move. And ultimately, we are going to see more people coming in from Guatemala, and also there has been people that they are coming from Peru. They're coming from they're coming from Nicaragua. There's people arriving from all parts of the world. The volume is all the way up, people. It's all the way up. I cannot do better. The volume is up, and that is it. So that is what I'm going to try to do. All right. So the volume is all the way up. Try to go out and then come back again. So let me flip the camera so you guys can see how the situation it looks right now, right here at this. And I will get an interview right now with an immigrant that basically he's talking to Ali Bradley. We are a correspondent. She came with me, and basically she is a journalist. She was a journalist for Newsmax, journalist for Fox News. She's right here doing an interview, and we are trying to get the news as much as possible for every single one of you. Still in Facebook, they're complaining about the sound. Again, get out of the live feed and then come back. I'm trying to do the best that I can. The audio is good. The audio, it looks good, and the audio is all the way high. So I don't know what's the problem over there on Facebook. So let me flip the camera for everybody. So for everybody that is watching, thank you so much for joining in. I'm Oscar Blue for Border Network News and correspondent for Real America's Voice News. God bless everybody that is watching. God bless our country of Mexico, our city of Tijuana, and God bless the United States of America. We are live, people, for the 7th time in Tapachula, where the problem is. We are live where the catastrophe and the crisis is. We are live where, it's supposed to be the news, and we are live where basically the problem it is registering. So we are going to be broadcasting to you live. This particular station, this particular area is going to be packed with 5,000 people, and tomorrow they are going to leave in a caravan. I will say it in Spanish for everybody that is watching. Señores, ese va a ser el punto de reunión mañana para la caravana que se va a ir mañana temprano. Se especula de un número muy alto, un número entre 5,000 personas. Y también se habla de que gente de Guatemala está llegando aquí a las instalaciones. También está llegando gente también de particularmente de Nicaragua, y también está llegando gente de Perú. Entonces hay muchísima gente que está llegando. I will end the live feed in Facebook, and I will restart the live feed at Facebook because they're having problems with the audio. So I will end the live feed at Facebook and I will come back. I will keep the live feed on YouTube. ¿Qué rollo, carnal? ¿Cómo estás? Ay, no te ando llevando. Estás viendo que sale bien caro, carnal. ¿Cómo estás? ¿Todo bien? Chido, chingón. Pues ahí está, a la orden ya. A la próxima que vengan, cárguenmelo y les traigo. ¿Sí?
¿Cuánto sale esa madre?
Pues todo con el tripito,
Ajá, más o menos.
como unos 3,500 baros.
Sí, para lo que hace se vale chido.
No, sí. Sí, no hay bronca. Voy a irme en vivo en Facebook. Ahorita te veo. Sale. I will give an update right now, people, as soon as the leaders of the caravan are going to be arriving. So, there's a lot of individuals arriving right here. How's everybody doing? Oscar Blue right here. Let me flip the camera. We'll flip the camera on YouTube. Say hello to you. We have somebody came with us from the United States of America. She is a journalist she used to work at Newsmax and also Fox News, and she has her own platform. Her name is Allie Bradley. She will see her right here on the back doing an interview, and ultimately, we are trying to do the best that we can. Now, I will flip the camera so you guys wait. Mainstream media is on our left, if you can see. Buy me a coffee is on the bottom link if you guys like to contribute to our independent reporting and broadcasting. Buy me a coffee is on the bottom link. Thank you so much. Is the audio good at Facebook? That is my question. The audio good, is it on Facebook? Estamos de vuelta, señores, en Facebook, y también estamos de vuelta en YouTube, donde pues básicamente el día de hoy este será el punto de salida de la caravana de 5,000 personas, medios de comunicación, como pueden ver, de Televisa y de diferentes partes que están aquí en este kiosco, en el cual thank you, every single one of us that is joining in. We are live from Tapachula. People are saying that you can't hear me is because I'm not talking. That's why you can't hear me, because I'm not talking. So we are going to do a little walk right now through this station right here in the middle. I don't know why I'm getting a thing right here. On YouTube. I will adjust that in a few seconds. people at Facebook is saying your background noise is loud. It's not enough for you, though. Thank you so much for the suggestions. We're trying to do the best that we can with what we have. So it is what it is. And share this video. Again, they're complaining about the audio on Facebook. This is as much as we can do, so that's it. I'm not going to repeat it again. We are live only on YouTube, people. Only on YouTube. We are live on YouTube. People want to come in on YouTube.
Like if they put you in the system when they send you back? So will they know you? So they'll know you. So you're even more worried. Yeah, I mean, right for so now you're taking a big risk.
In a few seconds, we're going to take a little walk as soon as Ali finishes her interview right here in the back. We're going to take a little walk around. Take a little walk right here in a few seconds.
Is it the American dream or what you're going for? Is that worth it? What you're going for?
Señores, en un momento más nos estaremos yendo. Vamos a caminar un poquito aquí alrededor del campamento para que puedan ver cómo esto está creciendo, incrementando de poco a poco cada minuto, ¿no?
Well, I think that as long as you're God's going to carry you as far as He can, right? So I hope so. I'm going to give you a card, and I'm going to be walking with you guys in the morning. So I love to stay in contact. I don't speak good Spanish at all. So this is my phone number and my email, and I'll be with you guys. Okay? So if you need anything like that, we'll be with you.
Let me get them right here.
Yeah, absolutely.
So friend right here, migrant, that he's leaving you're leaving tomorrow, right?
Yeah, I leave tomorrow.
Háblame un poquito más fuerte para que te escuche.
Yeah, I leave tomorrow.
You're leaving tomorrow. Tell them about, what is your name, first and foremost?
Elder.
You're from where?
Honduras.
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 Okay. Tell them about the current abuse situation that is occurring right now at this particular area, right here with the migrant population.
You mean the people that's here right now?
No, the abuse of authority towards the migrants right now that is occurring in this particular situation.
What happened is right now what happened is if we if we do something to them, yeah, that they're gonna do something to us. That means if we don't do nothing to them, they're okay with us. But if we're trying to do something, yeah, they're gonna try to do something. You know, they like to stop us or something. But we don't do nothing to them, they stay away.
I was walking with you guys in the past 4 caravans. The last 4 caravans.
Okay.
There were rocks, there was attacks.
Well, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
That's
That's where I'm going to.
Yeah.
If it happens again, the migrant population is tired. They want to move out. They don't want to stay here. Already, the Institute National of Immigration has said that they want to stop again the caravan. What is your opinion on that?
What happened is I can't say nothing about because what happened is this is the first time that I go in a caravan. If I was there before, I can explain something, but right now I can't say nothing.
Muy bien, está bien. Last thing.
Yeah.
Last thing. ¿Todo bien? ¿Todo bien? Sí. Last thing. Your family is in the United States? You have family in the United States?
Yeah, I got family in the United States, yeah.
Yes?
Yeah.
So your dream is to go to the United States?
Yeah, hopefully, I hope God, I can make it over there.
Yes.
Yeah.
How do you see the authorities right here in Mexico treating the migrants?
Like I said again, if you start with rocks and stuff, yeah, they're gonna try to stop us. But we go, we
Peacefully.
go peacefully. Everything will be peacefully too.
Muchas gracias.
Okay.
¿Está bueno? ¿Qué dice, amigo? ¿Cómo está?
¿Qué idioma habla el señor?
¿Yo?
El señor, ¿qué idioma hablaba?
¿Inglés?
Inglés.
Sí, inglés. ¿Usted de dónde soy?
No, yo soy venezolano.
¿Venezolano? ¿Me da una entrevista pequeña? Sí. Okay. Here's a migrant from Venezuela. Véngase para acá, véngase. No tenga miedo, véngase. No, así está bien. Acérquese un poquito. Here's a migrant from Venezuela. ¿El propósito tuyo particularmente es ir hacia los Estados Unidos?
Sí, señor.
The purpose of you is to go to the United States of America. He's saying yes. La situación en Venezuela es muy crítica. El comunismo es algo que ha acabado con tu país. El dictador Nicolás Maduro acaba con los recursos, electricidad, no hay recursos para vivir. Es una realidad lo que ha hecho Nicolás Maduro.
Es cierto. Por ejemplo, ya yo no puedo regresar a mi país, pues mi familia está en peligro allá y yo quisiera sacarla allá, pero yo me vine escondido allá, me escapé del régimen de Nicolás Maduro. Allá ya estuviera muerto. Y necesito un país que en verdad un refugio como debe ser, no como el país de México, que él no está ayudando a nadie, es lo que tiene preso a uno, preso en el aire.
Déjame traducirlo. He's saying that basically, I asked him, the situation in Venezuela, it is really critical. The situation in Venezuela, it is hard. Communism has destroyed and has burned out all the bridges of communication and ultimately electricity, food, with the communist dictator Nicolás Maduro. What is it about? He's saying, yes, that has completely destroyed our country. This is one of the reasons why I am leaving. We don't have a life in Venezuela. Venezuela is a communist country, and it doesn't have no possibilities for us to live. ¿Cuánto tiempo llevas aquí?
Tengo como 7 meses y no nos han resultado para salir de aquí.
7 months. I asked him, how many months you've been here? 7 months. ¿Cuántos países caminaste para llegar aquí?
7 países con México.
7 countries I traveled to come over here. ¿Con qué dinero? Mucha gente pregunta. 7 países, pero ¿con qué dinero se viene la gente? ¿Cómo le hacen?
Por ejemplo, yo venía pidiendo por todos lados, cola, pies, caminando. Es un sacrificio muy grande que nadie lo sabe para hacer la selva del Darién.
He's saying basically, how much money do you get? Because where do you get the money to travel 7 countries? And he's saying, you know what, asking for a ride, asking for food on the streets. And he crossed the Darien Gap. The Darien Gap, as I have said to you guys, is one of the most dangerous places in the planet to migrate. Situación del Darién. Mucha gente está muy negligente a lo que realmente pasa en el Darién. En el Darién hay mucho tráfico de niños, hay tráfico de mujeres y muchos migrantes mueren al pasar. ¿Es una realidad o no?
Es cierto, ahí se ven niños ahogados, niños muertos en campis, ya cuando los niños que se convulsionan, le da fiebre, mueren y uno no va a cargar con un muerto, los padres lo lloran un ratico ahí, lo meten en un camping, cuando a veces uno en que no sepa, abrió el camping, muerto, ¿me entiendes?
He's saying basically that I asked him, the Darien Gap, you see a lot of trafficking of children, a lot of trafficking of women, deaths of children. And he's saying, yes, you see kids drowning in the sea. You see kids drowning. You see all these catastrophes that is occurring. ¿Cuánto tiempo duras para cruzar el Darién? How much time it takes you to cross the Darien Gap?
En el grupo donde yo veníamos como 300, duramos 7 a 8 días.
Between 7 to 8 days.
Y no solamente se ven muertos, se ven violaciones a las mujeres, se ven atracos. Mire, si el gobierno supiera el sacrificio que hacemos nosotros, nos diera un premio o nos tuviera un avión aquí, un aeropuerto y nos llevara para allá para donde queremos llegar.
Saying, listen, there's the worst is the rape against women. They rape the women in the Darien Gap. They take advantage of them. And if the government knew how it is so difficult for us to accomplish to cross the Darien Gap, they will acknowledge that it's a great sacrifice to do that. Cuando cruzas el Darién, hay una especulación muy grande ahorita que en Panamá viene una caravana de 60,000. ¿Has escuchado eso de que Panamá viene una caravana de un éxodo masivo? ¿Has escuchado esa cantidad tú?
No, sí, yo creo que vienen poquitas personas. Deberían venir más, porque lo que está pasando en todos esos países, que en verdad hay dictadura, tenemos que salir de esos países porque nos está matando el hambre.
He's saying, I asked them, there's 60,000 people that they're speculated that they're coming from Panama. Is that a reality? He's saying, and that is a small amount. That is a really small amount. There's more people that they should exit their country because of the catastrophe and dictatorship that we are going through right now. Mensaje que le mandas a tus hermanos de Venezuela que están migrando.
Bueno, que tengan cuidado, Moca con el Darién, que se porten bien, que bueno, que sufran y que la Biblia dice que entre la prueba será más grande, la bendición también será más grande algún día.
He's saying that blessings to all his brothers of Venezuela, and he wishes the best for them in all the places that he migrates. Muchas gracias. Una última pregunta. Espérate. One last question. Y esto tiene que ver con la agenda comunista, and this has to do with the communist agenda. En Venezuela en 1995-96 fue cuando llegó el comunismo, ¿verdad? Más o menos fuerte con Nicolás
Maduro.
Maduro.
25 años.
Se les empezaron a cerrar los barcos con contenedores y la entrada de contenedores de comida hacia Venezuela. ¿Eso fue una de las cosas que sucedió?
Sí. La dictadura del régimen de Nicolás Maduro no dejó entrar la ayuda humanitaria que venía de muchos países.
De ningún país.
De ningún país dejó entrar.
I asked him because the supply chamber that is occurring right now and supply boats and containers that is occurring right now in the United States is big. So I asked him, in 1996, Venezuela went through exactly the same situation. They closed the ports of entry with containers to let them food in and to let supplies in. This actually happened in Venezuela, and he is confirming. He's saying, actually, that is what happened in Venezuela. They cut all the supplies to go into the country. But it's happening in the United States, as I have said so. The United States of America is under communist and globalist attack. Muchas gracias. Le deseo lo mejor. Mañana se van, ¿no?
Sí,
Mañana se van. ¿Usted también es de Venezuela? ¿Tú eres?
Honduras.
Ven. ¿Tú cómo te llamas?
Germán.
He's from Honduras, es Germán. ¿Cuánto tiempo tienes aquí? How much time you been here?
Tengo 2 años de andar queriendo sacar papeles aquí, me los han negado.
Okay, he has been 2 years right here waiting to get paperwork and to do it the right way. ¿Es cierto que hay corrupción en Acomar?
Sí, hay mucho. Incluso yo he sido 2 años solicitante del refugio porque yo no puedo ir a mi país, me mataron mi familia. Vengo pidiendo refugio hace 2 años castigado debajo del sol, del agua, de la lluvia, incluso enfermo, pasando muchas cosas terribles. Uno no lo dejan salir, lo tienen preso aquí, un montón de cosas.
He's saying 2 years I've been here. And 2 years I've been waiting for the process. They killed all my family in Honduras. That's why I'm coming over here, refugee. I asked if there's corruption in the Comar. The Comar is the Commission of Refugees under the globalist United Nations. He's saying there's a lot of corruption. There's a lot of money underneath the table that they're paying for migrants to go first and to us, let us behind. ¿Qué mensaje le mandas a toda la gente que está haciendo esta corrupción y abuso hacia ustedes? Porque los están usando prácticamente.
Sí, correctamente. Lo están usando de una forma mortal, fatal. Y no puede que estar sucediendo eso en un país.
He's saying, what is the message do you do to these government and these globalist organizations due to their using you? And he's saying, yeah, it's fatal, it's horrible what they're doing, they're using us. El presidente Joe Biden parece que violó su promesa porque dijo que los iba a ayudar y ahora ya dice que no. ¿No les da coraje a ustedes eso?
Sí, claro que sí, porque uno lo que se promete hay que cumplirlo, como un hombre de Dios, un hombre que lo echó a la tierra y un hombre que promete tiene que cumplir su
Saying
promesa.
President Joe Biden promised you. Don't you feel angry that President Joe Biden promised you something and now he's backing up in his promise? And he's saying, yes, I'm angry because he, as a man, he should have kept his promise and he should have said that he was going to help us. Now he's saying no, so he didn't keep his promise. ¿Qué mensaje le mandas entonces a Joe Biden que ahora te dice que no?
Pues el mensaje es que, presidente, por favor, acuda a nosotros que estamos en crisis, estamos muriéndonos. Incluso nosotros venimos aquí no porque queremos, sino que venimos por violencia en nuestro país, venimos por superar porque incluso los huracanes que pegaron los dejaron totalmente botados en la calle, no tuvimos otra opción que emigrar.
We're saying, basically, he's saying the president of the United States does not know what we have gone through. It's a lot of catastrophes that we have gone through, a lot of horrible things that we have gone through, horrible climate changes and all this kind of stuff. So he promised us something and now he doesn't keep his word. That is number one problem. Mañana te vas temprano.
Esa es la idea primeramente, aquel Dios, al de arriba lo sabe. Primero él, sí. Uno viaja porque él lo permite todo. El de arriba, sí.
Sí, tomorrow you're going and I'm saying, and he's saying, yes, tomorrow I'm leaving. Una pregunta. ¿Hay abuso infantil en las caravanas? ¿Hay abuso de tráfico de niños? ¿Lo has visto?
Hay mucho. En México existe de todo, pero gracias a Dios los proteja a uno, aquel de arriba los protege.
There's abuse of children in the caravans, there's child trafficking in the caravans. It's everything. You will have everything in the caravans. It's a lot of horrible things in the caravans, but we got God that is going to protect us. Muchas gracias. Te deseo lo mejor.
Gracias.
Okay.
Gracias.
Ándale pues. Te deseo lo mejor. Sale. So we are live right here, people. Let me just go over here and try to sit down with. Let me just see if we can walk a little bit. Let me flip the camera. Sí.
Viene bastante gente en camino.
Pues está diciendo el gobierno de Panamá que vienen 60,000. Ya le mandó un comunicado el gobierno de Panamá a los Estados Unidos que vienen 60,000.
O sea, que esta caminata hay que darle adelante.
Mucha gente viene. Mucha gente.
¿Y qué va a hacer este gobierno? ¿Por qué este gobierno, qué pensarías tú? ¿Por qué no nos libera? Si nosotros no queremos.
Pues es que es una cárcel ya esta de migrantes, esto ya no puede seguir así.
Pero
ahora sí, el problema
de Estados Unidos.
Es que el problema es que ya Joe Biden se echó para atrás. Joe Biden primero había incentivizado y dijo yo los quiero ayudar y ahora ya no quiere porque él sabe el enorme problema que es. Él sabe que son mucha gente, entonces ya no puede, él ya más. Dice, oye, ¿cómo le voy a hacer? Entonces él tiene la culpa porque no ordena y no dice cómo la migración tiene que ser ordenada, regular, pacífica, documentada. Si él pusiera un proceso, todos tuvieran una posibilidad de tener su caso ser escuchado. Pero como es un desorden, ya ves, todo lo que pasa en las fronteras, eso es lo que causa que haya una irregularidad.
O sea, que si yo logro pasar a Estados Unidos, ¿me echan para atrás?
No, hay mucha gente que sí, pero no te estoy quitando la ilusión, yo no soy agente de migración. Lo único que te digo es que depende de tu caso de asilo. Ellos ven tu caso de asilo y si tu caso de asilo es muy fuerte, dicen, te van a aceptar. Pero si tu caso de asilo no es fuerte, está deportando mucho, sí, el señor.
¿A los venezolanos?
A todo el mundo. Es que es el problema, pues que el señor mintió, pues. Entonces ahora ya formó esta catástrofe y ahora ya la gente lo quiere hacer que cumpla. Ese es el detalle.
¿Y la ONU qué dice sobre eso?
La ONU es otra organización corrupta que no está haciendo absolutamente nada. Tú no miras a la ONU en el Darién. ¿La miras?
No,
¿La miras la ONU en Venezuela? ¿La miras la ONU en las selvas, en el desierto, en el mar? ¿No la miras? La ONU nada más es una organización que va y se planta y se quiere ver bonito. Estamos ayudando al mundo entero. La ONU no está aquí dándote de comer, no te está dando una chamarra, no te está dando una cobija. Entonces aquí lo que es simplemente hacer las cosas bien y que les vaya bien. Es lo único. Sí está aceptando, pero a la gente que es un caso prácticamente...
Hay que hablar bien bonito cuando tenga...
Prácticamente así.
Hay que hablar bien.
Dale.
Bueno, gracias.
Ándale. Are you okay right here?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yes. I'm going to walk.
Okay.
You want to walk? Walk. Let's walk.
We're gonna go together. So my screen was black when I was talking. Remember how I was testing that out? This is Oscar Blue, y'all, if you guys don't know.
How's everybody doing over there?
He's been dedicating his life basically for
Thank you.
for really getting to the bottom of child trafficking, child abuse, sex trafficking in the caravans, but also just the border crisis in general. And
Yes.
you guys do an awesome job. So
Thank you.
Border News Network.
Border Network News.
Border Network News, and that's him and Anthony work on that one together. So check him out as well. But Oscar has his own Facebook page that he's streaming live from.
Yeah, I want to say hello to the people over here,
Oh
Ali.
yeah, hi my friends. Hello,
Yes.
hello. We are dual streaming here. So yeah, it's good to meet everybody. If you guys don't follow him, we're just kind of cross working together over the next couple of days. We're going to be walking.
And
through the
also
caravans.
follow Ali at her page.
Ali
as
Bradley TV, guys.
Ali Bradley TV. So let's.
And yeah, so we're gonna walk a little bit.
Yes,
and
let's walk.
Oscar's my translator too, because when I don't come into contact with someone like Alder, who was so lovely and wonderful, and everyone's like, your screen is black. So, but they could hear it, but failed. So that was a test out. At least it wasn't in the thick of things, I suppose. We'll talk to Alder again later, but. You know what was interesting to me, and I was just telling everybody here, what was interesting to me is that he was saying that he didn't even think about the legal path to citizenship. He said, didn't even consider that. Didn't even know what that was.
Well, they are so used to doing things irregularly that they are not used to doing things correctly. As I told you the other day,
Yeah.
that a lot of people, they don't know that they can also apply asylum in Canada.
Yeah.
And Canada is another great country that they can apply asylum. And Canada is in the globalist compact of immigration that they have more accessibility to get into the, immigration, asylum refugee case.
You know what was also interesting? I asked him, I said, what are you trying? So number one, it was his second time trying to go over. He'd been sent back once by Border Patrol.
Oh, really?
So he's in the system already. I was really nervous about that. But he was saying, I said, well, what are you going over here? Like, what do you want? What did you leave for? And he, said that some of it was because of the gangs and stuff, but mostly for work. Like, he wanted to leave to come here to work. And he said he wants to get 2 jobs and he wants to go to church. Like, that's what he wants to do, right?
He wants to change his life.
Right. And I said, well, do you think that you're going to have a viable chance of getting in with an economic asylum claim? And he was like, what does that mean? What does that mean?
They don't know.
He had no idea that his chance was going to be less than an actual persecution
And exactly
claim, which is
right
sad
now,
because they're not being told the facts.
That
And
is
they're
that is the most saddest thing. And
because he's going to be sent back. 100. I mean, that's awful.
1,000% sure.
1,000%. He's going for an economic claim. A. He's by himself. B. C. The most important one. He has gone over once and been sent back already.
The migrant right now just did.
Typically, they don't have a really high asylum approval rate.
I just did an interview with a migrant from Venezuela, and the migrant from Venezuela was practically saying to me, what are they doing? Are they returning people back? And I said, yes, they're returning people back. So why am I doing over here? I'm like, well, you need, if you want to, I'm not telling you not to go, and I'm not telling you to stay. That's under your assumption. You asked me if they are deporting. They don't even know that they're actually deporting. They believe still, a lot of them, that Joe Biden is helping them, and it is a lie. It's not helping them. We have broadcasts over here in Tapachula how they are deporting family units, and also unaccompanied minors, they're deporting them also.
Yeah.
The Biden administration, it is lying blatantly, completely to all of these people, and they're making them think that they're going to be eligible for asylum, but when they get there, they're economic migrants. A lot of them, they don't have a possibility to
And
get
so,
asylum.
yeah, they're going to be turned back under Title
And
42.
so, yes,
period.
Title 42
Yeah.
is going to, it's going to
But
immediately
is there
be
hope?
effective.
Is there hope that they're just going to be like 1,000 strong and just get through, and they're going to let them all in?
Well,
because,
you know,
like, what is this guy legitimately thinking? Because that's wild. There's like he has the slimmest chance that I have noticed, other than like a gang member.
Well, the possibilities that he has, the only way to get in is to being smuggled into the United States of America.
And he's
so
gonna
possibly
probably learn that when he gets to
possibly
Mexico City.
his process and his idea is to get to the border, and when he gets to the border, let's see how I can get it. So his number one reason why he's
so
there
it's probably
here
not going to be
is under protection right here. He's like it's infiltrated in the caravan, knowing that possibly, he's going to be returned back, and he doesn't have no possibilities to go.
Yeah, because he was saying that he went on his own the first time, and this is his first time in a caravan. But that would make sense, is that he will maybe get as close as possible, and then maybe have the truth told to him that he's not going to be able to get across. Because it's illegal no matter what, right? You're not going across legally and seeking. Well, I guess if you're seeking asylum, it's legal.
Yeah,
That's
legal.
under the law.
It's legal.
So, if he's going to do that and learns that he has no chance, he's going to go.
Well, it's going to go into a
way,
processing center. It's going to go to a detention center. After the detention center, they're going to tell him you don't have no possibilities. You already been deported once. You already been deported twice. You are not eligible to have asylum.
Right.
So possibly what he's doing is just, being a guide, possibly for the caravan. And also, ultimately, his number one purpose is the only way that he can achieve to cross to the States is to be smuggled into.
I know.
So it's sad, but, it is a reality.
And that's like, we don't, you don't want to speculate and put those pieces together. But as we're talking here, like, there's no possible way that guy can get in unless he's a slip through, unless he just is unnoticed in a group.
Yeah, you want to walk and go around a little bit?
Yeah. Check it out.
So we're live over here, people. Just seeing. This is where apparently the 5,000, that's what they're saying. 5,000 people are going to be arriving through the night. This is
You think it'll hit that many?
not right now,
I know that's
but ultimately later on during the night, a lot of them, they're going to arrive. The journalist from Tapachula just said that the massive influx is going to be occurring around 2 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
So 1,000, they're still in Guatemala, that they want to come from Guatemala to over here. So,
So they're just gonna walk straight through, or what?
yeah, the border is open. So, underneath.
That's what he was saying, that he took a raft over for $2.
That's what I told you.
Yeah.
And we are going to do that. We're going to do that for you to basically cross to Guatemala and to get that experience.
Look at the little kids.
Yeah.
Hi.
So this is how it looks, people. You want to sit down right here, Ali, or?
Yeah, that gentleman was saying that he was a little bit worried that that it wasn't going to get to a point where there was actually a lot of people here. So let's see. Oh, look at, we got Master Blue Tag.
Oh.
Yeah, I need to give me one of those. We're talking about something special. But while we're sitting here, Tapachula is beautiful. It's a beautiful place.
Yes, it is.
Definitely different than what I expected. It is very much jungle, tropical climate.
Yes.
Yeah.
There
And
is.
it's hot.
It's tropical hot.
Yeah.
Tropical hot. But
It's thick.
it has like a historical thing. Also here's the particular point where the Mayas established their first dominance into our country of Mexico. And it has a lot of historical places, but it has suffered with this influx a lot. And you can see it actually in the communities and also in the downtown areas over here in Tapachula. They have suffered a lot with this massive influx. So You know, that is particularly what it changed, you know, the city.
Yeah. Is my thing sideways now?
Yeah,
Like,
it is sideways.
I can't get this right today. How do I can't, I have to end it and do it again, don't I? Or I have to do this?
Do it and then flip it. But, no, it's sideways.
Dang it. I am failing my people so badly.
It's good.
Y'all, it's been
good,
a
it's
long
good,
day. But I guess I could probably end this live since not a whole lot's happening right now.
No, yeah.
anyways.
We're about to get some, I'm about to do some video for you guys right now,
Okay, I'm gonna
recorded
pop
video.
Try this
And just to let you guys know what it's going to happen tomorrow.
How did I just mess that up, man? Come on.
It flipped over. So I just want to present to every single one of you now. This is Miss Allie Bradley.
Hi.
She's a journalist from Seattle. Really prepared, really intelligent journalist.
Oh. Stop it. Stop.
And she has done a lot of work. She's a lot of people have seen her practically most recently in the Del Rio sector. So she did live feeds over there in Del Rio, and right now she took the risk to come over here to Tapachula and to
the
walk.
risk to hang out with you.
Yeah, and also in the caravan. So, what is your opinion until now, Ali, of this situation right here?
So, I think that there's a lot of misconception, of course, about what's going on at the border. But there is certainly a crisis, an ongoing influx of people that these border cities and towns just don't have the capacity to deal with, and they don't have the manpower to deal with, whether you're Mexico or the US. Same, situations are happening. But again, I mean, just like Oscar, every time I don't feel like my mind can be blown, it is. There's so many things that I learn every single day. I mean, we're talking about the fact that government officials, that activists, people lie to these migrants to sell them a bag of goods. This gentleman that I literally just talked to, he has zero chance of getting into the US. I mean, zero. But he's willing to go through this because somebody's telling him you do have a chance, And so understanding what these people are going through, and we're trying to sit here and put ourselves in their shoes, right? And say, well, why don't they know? How do they not know? They really don't. They really are following a path of someone else, following word of mouth, following the green light to go into the US for the American dream, right? So it's hard because you have to have that human factor and that ounce of compassion because you don't know where they're coming from. And this guy's like, I didn't even know about a legal path to citizenship. This is just what everybody's doing. And that makes you understand this situation differently.
Now the government of the United States has a lot of responsibility for what's happening right now. What is your opinion on that?
Well, I don't like to give opinions on things, Oscar, but I will tell you what I see happening and what regulations have changed over the last year that numbers have shown me what's happening. So going through Customs and Border Protection, I've looked through, the last 5 years because I don't like to just compare last year or the year prior. I like to look into administrations before, I like to look into Trump administration. I like to look now. Well, right now we're at record-breaking numbers for the U.S. We're at 1.5 million apprehensions, encounters at the border. So, last year in Del Rio alone, they were at 25,000. This year, they're at 250,000. So it's hard to discount numbers. It's hard to say that there's nothing happening out here. It's hard to say that these people haven't been told that they have a pathway to get in, because that's what they tell us. They say, well, we can get in, right? They're letting us in there. We have a possibility to get in. So whether our administration has come out now and said don't come or not, these folks, a lot of them have been traveling for a year or more, right? Like they've been in other countries and working and doing whatever, waiting for their opportunity to move, to make the move. And right now is their opportunity, that a lot of them are saying. And so you've got this influx of numbers that are hard to deny. And hard to deny because we've never seen these numbers before. Never ever in the history. So, month over month we're breaking records. And even the White House press secretary said in August they sent back 90,000 people under Title 42. Well, there were 230,000 encounters across the northern and southern border. So you've got 100 and I don't do the math very well, but what is that? 120?
She's not adding correctly,
120
Ellie.
that are here still, you know? So like
You're
what
doing
were
a great job.
You know, so it's like, wait, so maybe 40% maybe are going back under Title 42. So what we're being told as a country that they're all going back, we're being sold a bag of goods just like these migrants are being sold a bag of goods is what I think, because the numbers aren't going to lie. Is it because of the administration? I don't know. I'm not going to say that. Is it because of the globalist compact? I don't know. Is it because of the UN? I don't know. But I will say you can't deny numbers. The numbers are out there. We have astronomical numbers. Every law enforcement officer, individual I've talked to has said when it comes to the US that our country will never be the same. It has forever changed because of immigration just over the last 9 months.
That's sad. That's sad because I had the greatest admiration. I remember the United States as, you know, the first-class world country and powerful country that it still is. But they are trying to change it, and they're trying to cheapening the American dream, and they are doing it right now.
Like, do you feel like they're trying to level us out? Like, you know,
Yes.
level the playing field?
Oh, yeah.
Is what you're saying? Okay.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Dígame. Yo hablo español, dígame.
Disculpe, yo necesitase retirar $40, no es mucho. Un amigo me dijo que me lo iba a girar, pero por Cele. ¿Alguno de ustedes podría recibirlo en su cuenta?
Ah, no, viejo.
Y retirarlo para...
No.
No pueden.
No podría hacerte ese favor.
Sí, lo que pasa es que es como para comida y cuestiones así.
Sí, no podremos. Pero ahorita vemos si te puedo ayudar con algo para que comas. ¿Ok? ¿Está bien? ¿Está bueno? Ándale, pues, te busco. ¿Dónde vas a estar? Ahí vas a estar. Ándale, pues, ahí voy para allá.
What does he need?
You did an interview with him?
No.
No? He was sitting close to you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What does he want?
Money
Oh.
for food. But,
Oh.
you know, they intend to do that.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I didn't talk to him. I talked to his friend from
Yeah.
Cuba.
So, what the question you asked me before we leave?
If they're leveling the
Yeah, I
playing
think
field.
they're colonizing the border. That is one of the things that I feel that they're doing strongly. And they're really changing completely every border city and every border town. And it's changing massively. Well,
Now,
okay.
do you wait?
Okay.
But
All right.
like, you know, like we're throwing out opinions, right? Like
Okay,
about
go ahead,
vibes. Like
go ahead.
I'm not gonna throw out opinion, but I gotta question yours, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
Like, so what do you think? Like, what are they changing? Like, I mean, they're bringing in people. Like, Elder wants 2 jobs and he wants to go to church. Like, he's gonna work. So, like, what are they changing, or what do you feel like they're doing in the U.S. that is cheapening the American dream?
Irineo. ¿Cómo estás? Oscar de Tijuana. ¿Cómo estás? ¿Cómo te va? Te puedo hacer una entrevistita pequeñita, así. Ali, come on. De Estados Unidos viene ella, ¿ok? ¿Está bien? Ese es. Sí, de Fox. Sí.
Okay, I don't. Does he know I don't speak Spanish?
No.
Okay, you speak a little bit of English?
Yeah, your friend told me you're from Fox News, right?
Yes. So, are you friends with Griff?
Rev,
Yeah, you're friends with him. So, are you willing to chat with me a little bit right now?
Why don't we do that first in Spanish and then I'll go with you?
Okay.
Okay.
Can I record? Is that okay if I record both?
Irineo, se ha escuchado muy fuertemente unas amenazas en contra de tu persona desde hace un par de días. ¿Cómo te sientes al respecto de eso?
Yo no tengo ningún problema en lo que a veces las personas lo que se está haciendo o algunas de las personas que están es en contra, pero de la pues básicamente el trabajo que hacemos. No creo que nadie tenga algo personal y no, es una de las caravanas donde menos yo he sentido que realmente la comunidad entiende, la comunidad de Tapachula está cansada de esta situación. También creo que pues debe de haber una coherencia con México en cuestión de que si los migrantes están pidiendo papeles de México, si han hecho todos los papeles de México, deben de darle los papeles de México.
Ahora,
no a tratar de llevarlos hacia los Estados Unidos.
Exacto.
De una manera, o sea, forzarlos. Que tengan el trabajo aquí en México, que tengan la opción de quedarse en México. Porque muchos de ellos es lo que quieren.
Ahora, hay en las pasadas caravanas, yo caminé con ellos, hubo bastante violencia, hubo bastante agresión y hubo mucha agresión de parte también de los oficiales de migración hacia los migrantes. Hay una especulación que el Instituto Nacional de Migración mañana también se va a poner fuerte. ¿Cuál es tu opinión acerca de eso?
El golpe y dice la violencia psicológica desde que llegaron aquí es tan grande que realmente la gente está cansada. Les hemos dicho que esta situación no es fácil con el Instituto Nacional de Migración, pero como ven, esta gente está decidida. Si vieron 3, hicieron correr al Instituto Nacional de Migración, bien, créanme que esta gente no va a parar. Y como les digo, lo han intentado todo para poder disuadirlos y mira, toda la gente está lista para salir mañana.
Se especula de que se va a llegar toda esta gente a Yuma, a Arizona, también se dice que Juárez. ¿Qué opinas de eso?
Es mentira, porque todos los que están aquí hemos dicho bien claro que queremos los papeles, de aquí se han cansado mucha gente, especialmente los haitianos, después de todas las deportaciones. Es falso que quieran ir muchos de ellos. Hay algunos centroamericanos, pero tienen que tener la opción de que México tiene la responsabilidad. Estados Unidos no es el único que tiene la responsabilidad de darle la documentación, porque también México tiene sus leyes de asilo y tiene que garantizar ese asilo aquí en México, no en Estados Unidos. Lo que está haciendo México es que a veces agarra a la gente, la sostiene aquí y las lleva como si fueran ganado hacia la frontera norte. No está bien. México que asuma su responsabilidad, que le dé los papeles igual que lo hacen los Estados Unidos, también tiene sus leyes, que haga honor a sus leyes y que les dé los papeles para el que quiera trabajar en México, se quede con sus familias aquí en México, que no sean forzados a los Estados Unidos.
¿Qué opinas, por último, antes de pasarte con la muchacha, qué opinas de la administración de Joe Biden, que principalmente incentivizó, dijo voy a ayudar, y ahora dice, ¿sabes qué? Manda a Kamala Harris a Guatemala, dice do not come, no vengan. ¿Cuál es tu opinión acerca de esta administración que mintió prácticamente en la cara a la gente migrante?
Definitivamente Joe Biden ha hecho pues un circo en cuestión de la migración. No ha hecho más que hablar bien de la migración, pero realmente tiene las mismas políticas de Trump, pero a veces más crueles, porque al menos con Trump sabíamos que él estaba diciendo no vengan porque no los quiero aquí. Joe Biden dice venga, yo voy a arreglar una reforma migratoria. Joe Biden realmente lo que ha hecho es incentivar la migración, pero al mismo tiempo también ha hecho muchas esperanzas y muy poco ha desarrollado. Sigue con las políticas de Trump, sigue con todas, o sea, todo lo que ha hecho Trump lo está haciendo Joe Biden. Dígame una sola cosa que realmente ha hecho diferente a Joe Biden de Donald Trump.
Okay, go ahead.
Can I swing around in this way to show both of us? Okay, so if you can first tell me.
But hold on one second.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Can you first let me finish and then,
Yes.
and then I'll
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes.
Sí, sí.
Lo que quiero es que saber con quién va a estar.
Which, she's independent. Independiente va a estar Ineo, no va a estar con ningún, no,
No está, pero está con Fox News, ¿no?
no, estaba.
If he wants to use my footage, he can, but I work for myself. Griff would be the only one that has it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's,
Lo que no
I
quiero,
don't work
lo
for
que,
anyone.
hay unas cosas que, por ejemplo, si yo voy a hablar con Fox News, quiero saber quién, porque hay personas en Fox News que a veces que no son muy.
There's a lot of people in Fox News that they're not honest and then they flip the script on the information.
I'm independent, so I work for myself. So this is only on my own stuff. It's not going to Fox News.
Okay.
So I know your friend with Fox News. That's the connection. I don't work for Fox.
Okay.
Is that okay? Do you want to continue to talk?
No, I would like to see what kind of credentials you have or some kind of stuff. Because I know Fox News does a lot of work.
Yes,
And I don't mind at all speaking to.
Yes,
but
no,
if
absolutely.
it's some of
So
the.
I have my own company. So it's called Iona, Independent, Objective, Transparent Assignments. You flip it over, that's me. And that is my information. So I work for myself. I'm an independent journalist. I don't work for Fox News. You want to keep that? Why don't you hold on to that in case we want to talk later too? It's always good to have. Okay, so tell me first, what do you feel when you see all of these folks out here that are just looking for a better life here? What are you feeling when you come out here?
Most of those people just want a life somewhere where they can have their kids, somewhere where they can do something with it. And a lot of our this caravan or this march, it's about having them an opportunity here not in the U.S. It feels like every time the only solution that the Mexican government gives them, you stay here in the jail or you go straight to the border with the United States. And that shouldn't be, because there is laws here in Mexico, and everyone should be responsible. Mexico should be responsible with this immigration, and also Central America should be responsible. Also, there is a lot of countries on the back. They have Haitians that they can give them the paper, but they've been pushing them, like everybody pushed them to the U.S. And
So
it
are you
shouldn't
saying
be
they
that
should
way.
stay in Mexico and
They
work
should.
and be here?
They should if they want to, like everybody else. There is a lot of people that do not want the U.S. They want to stay in Mexico, but the Mexican government is not willing to give them, to honor his own laws, to give him the documents to be able to work, to have his kids at the school, to be able to do. We also, as Mexicans, have a responsibility, and I am just telling the Mexican government, that's why we're going to Mexico City, which is the heart of the laws. And we ask the senators to give them the papers, because Mexico has its laws and they have a right to, like, how do you say, the refugees, to honor these refugees, the asylum law. So that's all we ask in the Mexican government. We don't, if they want to go to the U.S., they will go at their will, at their own time, because most of them, they just say, we can stay at this jail. So that's the only reason why we are going and marching to the capital, to have a document that they can work. Cities like Mexico City, they need a lot of labor. There's a lot of cities in Mexico that need labor. When they did last year, a lot of the people stayed in Mexico. They have families, they have businesses. You can see a lot of Haitians in Tijuana. They have their own restaurants. They open up. If you give them an opportunity to work, they'll contribute to the economy. And that's what we're trying to do with them.
But a lot of the migrants I've talked to, they want to go to the U.S. They
Yes.
want the American dream.
Yes.
So is the goal to go to Mexico City, or is it to keep going?
No, the goal is to go to Mexico City. When I speak to them, I can tell them where are we going and why are we going. The reason is, have you seen the city, how many people is packed here? I mean, a city should not be the whole center of all immigration when the responsibility is in the country. And we're not going to go beyond Mexico, because I believe that Mexico has a responsibility as organized. And we're going to stay at a park, and we're going to ask the Mexican government, and we've been doing that. We've been lobbying with the Congress and with the Senate, because they have a responsibility to give them an opportunity to stay here.
Now you've got that protection order through the federal government for the caravan, but we know that immigration is saying they're still going to stop the caravan, right? So how do you feel about that? Or do you anticipate violence tomorrow? What do you expect to happen?
I don't know. The violence is already, it's ever since they got here. There has been a violence, psychological violence, a warfare against them. A lot of times they tend to sleep on the streets. I mean, there's so much pain already on these people for months and months and months. And it doesn't matter. Mexican immigration doesn't honor any law. They just read papers. They have no law. This government has, the only thing they did, ask me, how did 20 million people got to the northern border in less than 1 week?
How did 20 million people get to the northern border in less than 1
The
week?
government let them go. They had them here, and they decided to let them go. They're not only, have you traveled here in Mexico? How many roadblocks there are? I don't know why they're gonna be holding the migrants here, like holding cattle, and then they're gonna let them and send them back to the northern border. And that's one of the reasons, to me, it seems like the Mexico's got a responsibility to honor his laws of asylum. If they give him the papers now, right here, we'll stop. But they're not willing to give the paper. And this is, we're not asking to go there. We're just asking for them to be able to work in Mexico, to give them some breathing room to feed their kids, to have something.
Hey, Neil, this is basically a prison for the migrants, basically.
It is a prison. It is a prison. It's a city prison that is holding all the immigration migrants, and it's also helping to visualize what's happening with immigration. It's a crisis. For God's sakes, let's treat them as human beings and find a way that they can work, not just have them as undocumented as and they can work and they can get out of the city. So I'm saying, honor your laws and give them the papers here in Mexico to work and stay here in Mexico.
Now, the other day
only solution shouldn't be to go to the northern border. That's not a solution.
So the other day, though, you said that you're ready for war. Is that a solution?
I said I am ready for war with the Mexican immigration because they beat you up, they beat up women, they beat up children. They do so much harm to our fabric, to our society, that it doesn't represent us. And we, with God on hands, we're saying we're ready with war with these people that are willing to beat up women. They have abortion in their hands. They are willing to kill people for what? To hold them here in the city for what? For some money that the United States is willing to give to the country? Of course. But I'm not saying, we're saying a war with God, a war with values, a war with our people, our needs, but not a war that we've never been violent. We never will be violent. We're just asking for an opportunity to live.
Now, we have seen some in the caravans, rocks being thrown, things being thrown at the law enforcement individuals. So what would you suggest that they do in response? Move aside, or what would you say? Because they have to do their job that they're being ordered to do too, right?
We need to do our part as human beings. And on this caravan, I'm asking them not to throw a rock, not to hit the officials. We are praying. We're not hitting anybody. We will find a way to find a solution, a sensible solution. This is a peaceful march. And if they're willing to beat us up, we'll see. You know, I trust God. I know I've been in Congress. I'm an American citizen. I'm telling you, we know. One of my biggest heroes is Martin Luther King. One of my biggest, Cesar Chavez. There's a lot of people that I honor. I go on hunger strikes. I go and fast. I believe in God. This is what guides us. Most of our families.
Citizen?
Yes, I am.
Citizenship in
Dual
Mexico
citizen.
as well?
Yes,
so
I was
that's
born
why
here.
you are so passionate about helping folks that are in Mexico.
Yes, that's right. I'm passionate because I've been a migrant. I've been to these roads. I've seen what's happening to them. You don't think I have a heart every time I see this woman had an abortion because they beat it up in the stomach because they had it. Of course I do. And I don't know what's going to happen, but you know, I'm telling you, Mexico, the United States should honor their laws according to their laws. That's the only thing I'm doing. I'm trying to get Mexico to have him take the part of this problem with immigration. They should, if they want. A lot of the Haitians, for example, they do not want to go to the United States because they fear that they might get deported, and they'd rather work here and have a family and have everything, but not in a city where there's no work, but they have to do that.
Irineo,
There's no solution.
what is your opinion? Last question. What is your opinion of me, of the Biden administration saying that this is not a crisis? This is a humanitarian crisis, and you know it. What is your opinion on that?
I think they're just on denial of their own fault. You know, they haven't been able to handle immigration. If I tell you the truth, I believe they at least with Donald Trump, we knew what we had. With Biden, we don't know. He doesn't seem to have a clue what to do with immigration because he says one thing and does another. And then tell me something different that Joe Biden has done. He promised immigration reform, he hasn't done it. He promised he was gonna take care of the migrants of Assad, he hasn't done it. He keeps every single line, resorting to every, I mean, it's Donald Trump 2.0. That's all.
Bueno, muchísimas gracias, Irineo. Muchas gracias, Irineo.
So now they're going to do a prayer vigil now,
Yes,
right?
yes.
So now can you give me a little rundown on it? You obviously have worked with him several times. Can you give me a rundown on who he is, what he does? Because that was a whirlwind, so go ahead.
Okay, so Irineo Mujica, it is the leader of Pueblos Sin Fronteras. It's an organization that has been extremely active in the borders. He was the one that created the massive influx in 2018 into the United States of America. and they have arrested this man a couple of times for trafficking of human beings. He got released in the Mexican government. Right now, he came again to Tapachula to make sure that this abuse towards the migrants over here gets stopped, and they can create a hope, as he says, right now for them to get a job over here in Mexico. And ultimately, he's on denial on the fact that a lot of the migrants are going to the United States.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't mean to kind of counter what he was talking about, but he was, I mean,
he gets really sensitive when it's that.
We're gonna go to Mexico City and that's it. It's like, but they. Is he sensitive because Mexico is his home too? Like he wants people to want to be here, or like what is that? Because that is denial.
No, I believe that is part of like a strategy to make people believe that they can stay over here.
Okay.
But also he, I'm not gonna say positive and negative things about the man. He looks right now that he's trying to help them to get a job, and he looks like he's trying to get them out of here. That is, it looks like a prison, and it is a prison of migrants. Tapachula has retained all the migrants without no rights, and that is the Mexican government's fault, as he says, and I have said it continuously. Mexico has its border open, so if they have their border open, this is their fault. This is what they created.
I mean, that one guy was literally saying he took a raft across the river from Guatemala for $2.
Yes, exactly.
And now they're here, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's a lot of moving parts, but it does seem like he's, it was encouraging to hear him saying that he is not trying to incite violence, that he is encouraging, people not to throw rocks, not to do that.
But that inevitably is going to happen. You already seen the reaction of several migrants that have said, if they attack us, we are going to counterattack. So that is going to happen. The Institute National of Immigration is going to try to detain them. And that effect, this is going to happen. So let me flip the camera, Ellie. Let's go back. This kind of exclusive. You don't get it nowhere else, Ellie. This is really good.
You are the exclusive master here, sir. Okay, where do we want to go?
Let us go right here.
Oh, there's a table to stand on.
Irineo Mujica is talking right now with other mainstream media. He is basically giving the opinion to mainstream media. Now, for everybody that is watching, we were the first ones that got him. Now he has every mainstream media, and of course in English you had the exclusive coverage with Ali Bradley that he talked to English to Ali. But one of the most important questions that I wanted to ask him is that basically the Biden administration is not calling this a crisis. What are your expectations of this? And he says they're in denial. They're in denial. They don't understand. So this tells you the level of incompetence. As I was saying to you guys, this tells you the level of incompetence of the Biden administration. This tells you the level of denial of Jen Psaki, of Joe Biden, of Kamala Harris, of all these, congressional people like Rashida Tlaib, Ilhan Omar, Alexandria Ocasio, all these people that they're not calling this a crisis. Look, we are live right here. And the leader of Pueblos Sin Fronteras, and ultimately not only him, the one that is fighting on the front line for all of these people, that they're in a crisis, he's calling that is a crisis. So what else the Biden administration needs to understand, and what else the Biden administration needs to acknowledge, that this, what is happening, it is a crisis that they have created by incentivizing this to continue. And you have seen it right now. I asked him that question in Spanish. What is your opinion, particularly on Joe Biden changing his mind? And he's lying to all the migrants. He said he's in denial, he's lying, and he's a complete liar. So, let's see, let's flip the camera so you guys can see what is happening. There is a vigil right here. Liberty. Freedom.
Hey, ¿tú cogiste el teléfono?
I forgot my tag in the car. When he was like, I need to see your ID. I'm like,
You got everything on your pocket?
well, I don't have my ID thing. I have it, but not with on me. Which is when he asked.
No, I'm saying like you haven't brought anything.
Oh no, correct. Yeah, I just didn't bring it with me. I left it in the car. Okay, so for anybody just following or watching, right now we're doing this for the migrants tomorrow in this caravan. That's very good. They actually have like little scan codes to kind of not register, but be a part of this so that when there's jobs training in the caravan. He has a microphone now, so let me take this off.
So everybody, doing Oscar Blue right here live in Tapachula. Again, right here on the back, you'll see the vigil that is occurring right now en Tapachula. I will say it in Spanish. Señores, ¿qué tal? Muy buenas tardes. Es la vigilia que se está organizando aquí por el líder, señores Irineo Música, y ven que los migrantes están gritando libertad, nos vamos de Tapachula. This vigil was done today by Irineo Música and also the migrants, that ultimately on the interview that we just did, Irineo Música affirms that the migrants don't want to go to the United States of America. They want to stay in Mexico and find a better job. Ultimately, we know that a lot of them, want to go to the United States of America. Señores, I would say in Spanish, señores, a palabras de lo que dijo Irineo Música, muchos de estas personas no quieren ir a los Estados Unidos de América, se quieren quedar en México, quieren obtener un mejor trabajo y quieren obtener una mejor posibilidad en nuestro país. La vigilia ha comenzado, señores. Van, yo creo, a prender una vela, no sé qué van a hacer, un tipo de celebración o algo. The vigil has started. They're going to start a type of celebration. They're going to light a candle. They have done this before multiple times. They have done this. They have done this before multiple times, and they have, you know, type of. They have done this before multiple times, and they have tried to basically. Stopped these kind of organizations. Ultimately, we see right now that the number one purpose of the Institute National of Immigration of Mexico is to stop this caravan again from advancing. Señores, la vigilia va a comenzar. El señor Irineo Música está comenzando la vigilia aquí con los migrantes, teniendo una reunión. Les está diciendo a todos, nos vamos de Tapachula, no queremos estar en Tapachula, queremos migrar a otro lugar. No queremos quedarnos aquí en esta prisión que es Tapachula para los migrantes. En estos momentos lo estamos viendo hablar. In these moments we're seeing Irineo Música talk right here in the middle of all these people.
Perdón, que con migrantes yo puedo decir unas palabras.
Dígame.
Con migrantes yo puedo decir unas palabras.
Dígamela.
Digo, puedo decir en la cámara yo unas palabras.
¿Qué quiere decir?
Yo lo que quiero decir es que yo soy migrante también. Entonces yo lo que quiero decir es que ¿cómo es que nuestro propio continente no puede migrar? ¿Por qué?
¿Cómo es que?
Yo lo que quiero decir en cámara es que ¿por qué en nuestro propio continente no podemos migrar? Esa es la otra. ¿Por qué? Si en nuestro continente América. No es una pregunta eso, no es una pregunta.
Sí, es buena pregunta.
Es una pregunta. ¿Por qué?
Déjame ahorita, te grabo ahorita de vuelta, ¿ok?
Yo paso y...
No, está bien.
Yo puedo decir eso.
¿Te escucharon? ¿Por qué en el continente de América no podemos migrar? Esa es tu pregunta. Adelante. Oscar. Sí.
Es lo que quiero yo preguntar, ¿por qué en mi propio continente de América no puedo migrar? Esa es la cuestión que no quiero respuesta de eso.
Muy bien.
Soy de acá.
Vamos a cambiar la cámara acá para grabar. Ok, ándale pues, gracias. He's basically saying that why in his continent of America he cannot migrate. So let us change the camera right here.
Tengo otro verso.
This is mainstream media right here, people. We see a lot of mainstream media. We see, a lot of expectation for tomorrow morning. This is apparently you're talking about quantities between 4,000 to 5,000 people, and ultimately it is going to get more crowded. More people are coming, and it's getting crowded by the moment. For everybody that is watching, how's everybody doing? I'm Oscar Blue. Buy me a coffee is on the bottom link. Thank you so much for joining this live coverage. We are live on south of the border in Tapachula, Mexico, again for the 7th time. This is incredible news, breaking news for everybody. We have an exclusive with Irineo Música right now in Spanish and in English. that I think that is an enormous accomplishment, that he was, you know, so nice to talk to us. Ultimately, after the, you know, after he has been viral on all mainstream media in the United States of America and also over here in our country of Mexico. And we have an exclusive with him. So let me change the camera, and we are going to cut the live feed in a few seconds. I'd like to say thank you to every single one of you. I will let Ali say goodbye to her audience. I will be live in a few moments. Cut the live feed, and then I will go live again for every single one of you. Señores, I will say it in Spanish. Señores, ¿qué tal? Muy buenas noches. Soy Oscar Blue. Estamos en vivo de Tapachula por la 7ª vez. Hemos venido ya 7 veces aquí. Y pues el día de hoy una vigilia por parte del líder de Pueblos Sin Fronteras, Irineo Música, en el cual Irineo pues prácticamente dice que esto quieren libertad, quieren salir. No, punto stop. Ok, espérame. Dime.
They drive immigration around over here. They pick up the bands of immigration around over here. The last time that we picked
Ya estaban.
they set it up there.
Where are you from?
Nicaragua.
Ok, muy bien. Ahorita voy a ir a Apoya. Acaban de pasar por aquí. Ok, está bueno. Está bien. Ahorita voy para allá. Sí, pues los quieren agarrar. Sí, no. This migrant just came over and said the immigration unit is passing by, and practically he's trying to pick us up. Yes, they're going to try to do that. They don't want you to move. They don't want you to exit the city. And particularly, this is a catastrophe, people. I will say it like it is. This is because of the globalist compact of immigration. This globalist compact has created this catastrophe, and these globalists with this agenda, it is managing this catastrophe, and nobody is putting attention to it. And you see even the migrants, and the leaders of the caravans, and the leaders of organizations, NGOs, they're calling this a crisis. And you see leftist activists and leftist leaders in the United States of America, that they are not calling this a crisis. This is horrible to see this. It breaks your heart to see people being lied to, and to ultimately see people, you know, hungry and all this kind of stuff. But this also, Mexico government is complicit. The Mexican government has opened the borders, and they have not closed the border to create a legal pathway to migrate to every immigrant, migrating correctly, documented, peacefully, and with a purpose. That has not occurred. And if because it's not occurring, you have this. You have these kind of situations where people are hungry, people are starving, people, they just want to leave. And they create this catastrophe. And now you see, where's the United Nations right here? Thank you so much for joining in. We are going 87 minutes into this live feed, an hour and some minutes, an hour and fraction. Thank you so much. Buy me a coffee. It's on the top link. If you guys like to contribute to our independent reporting and broadcasting, tomorrow is going to be a humongous coverage. Since early in the morning, we are going to be riding with the caravan. 6 o'clock in the morning, we are, I believe, in Central Time. So we are going to be an hour less than Eastern Time. 6 o'clock in the morning, we're going to start the broadcast. Around 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning, we will be walking with them towards the same road. Hopefully, there's no confrontations. Hopefully, the kids will not be injured. There's a lot of unaccompanied minors. Activist leader Luis Villagran has said that 40% of this caravan, it is pregnant women and it is children. So hopefully, no children and no pregnant women will get hurt. That is the sad thing about this. That all of this, it is created to have this kind of situation. Señores, mañana a las 6 de la mañana no se pierdan la cobertura. Estaremos en vivo, señores, mañana a las 6 de la mañana. La gran caravana que va a salir de aquí, alrededor de 4,000 a 5,000 personas, que es lo que se especula. Esperemos que no haya gente lesionada y que no pase a mayores los altercados entre el Instituto Nacional de Migración y también los agentes de la Guardia Nacional con la gente de migración. Se habla de un 40% de esta caravana que son mujeres embarazadas y también niños no acompañados. Señores, ha sido un placer hablar con ustedes en esta tarde. Paz y bien, porque su país es primero. It has been a pleasure talking to you guys on this evening. If I have breaking news or if I have breaking coverage, I will be coming live for you guys on this particular point. Ali Bradley right here on the back, Oscar Blue right here working together with Carlos Mejia and Juan Manuel Blanco and other colleagues, journalists over here in the south border of Tapachula. Follow me on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Telegram as Oscar Blue, also Twitter. God bless you all. Stay safe. And follow my partner, Real Anthony Agüero, and follow Border Network News. Like we always say, people, peace and love. Because always your country's